This college basketball picks edition of the Sports Gambling Podcast is presented by WynnBet. WynnBet is now live in Arizona, Colorado, Indiana, Louisiana, Michigan, New Jersey, New York, Tennessee, and Virginia. From boosted same-game parlays to live in-game odds, WynnBet has what you need to win. Sign up today, bet $100 and get a $100 free bet at sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WynnBet. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WYNNBET. State restrictions apply.
Hey, what's up, you degenerate gamblers? This is Bill Burr, and you're listening to SGPN. Let it ride, baby.
Long, Cox.
He's one of those guys who will get penetration.
Ooh, welcome everyone to the Sports Gambling Podcast. I'm Sean, second the money green with my partner of picks, Ryan, Real Money Kramer. What's happening, Kramer?
Dog.
Greetings, Sean.
Greetings, Ryan. Joining us here to talk college basketball, aka college hoops, aka Pick Dundee, aka Colby Dant, aka the artist formerly known as the Dantabase.
Oh yeah, buddy. Well, you know. Sorry, just hit on my LSU money line the last time we did this. My parlay of New Mexico and LSU.
Oh, I mean,
my bonus lock.
Colby, if you want to start touting, I went 2-0 with my locks. Kramer went 2-0 with his locks.
Didn't hit your parlay though. Disappointed me, Sean.
Didn't hit my parlay. I am hitting my locks at a whopping 61%, only to be outdone by Colby, 65%, and his dogs 50%. Kramer also locks 50%. So we're getting dialed in. Everyone above 50%. Unfortunately, the Discord continues a solid week. 35, 25, and 2 ATS 58%.
Sportsgamblingpodcast.com/Discord.
It's very. Have you ever seen those astronauts? They're out in space. They're rotating around something that's rotating around something, and they're still firing something to recalibrate a laser. Not super easy when you're in the process of slaying the NFL, which is also happening as we speak. So, look, laser focused college basketball time starts in about 4 weeks. What, 5 weeks? When is the Super Bowl?
Ryan, I'm being told your mic is off.
My mic is up.
What's happening here?
I don't know. I'm gonna reset it though.
All right. While Ryan is there is some irony of Ryan bragging about how laser focused he is while not turning on his own
I
mic.
was bragging about my NFL focus, stating as to why I wasn't college basketball focused.
All right, but you're hanging around.
Clearly, we had some remote configurations in the mainframe.
We will blame Colby.
What's going on here?
We're here.
He uses his fucking place, spits all over just an absolute elephant.
All right, now we got Kramer's mic going. We're ready. We're here to do the live show. We're here to talk college basketball picks. Of course, we weren't on the air last night, but obviously thoughts and prayers with Hamlin, Damar Hamlin, the Bills cornerback who took that crazy shot, had a cardiac arrest. Even watching it live, it didn't seem like it was that crazy of a hit. He's inundated right now on a ventilator, although it seems like his breathing is getting better. So thoughts and prayers with him. And hopefully he's all right. I don't know when we'll get an update, but praying for you, man. So shout out to Hamlin.
Definitely, man. That was scary.
Yeah.
Scary stuff.
Scary shit. So hopefully he pulls through and is better, but it sounds like we're not going to get an update here for some time.
Yes. I'm nothing.
I thought you wanted to say something, right?
Oh, okay. No. I mean, horrible situation. Resonated even at the family dinner while we were up in Lake Tahoe, because the kids I happened to turn the game on literally as that happened. So it was like,
it reminded me of the college basketball play a couple years ago with Keontae Johnson.
Oh yeah, Keontae Johnson
at Florida, because it didn't look like anything bad. It just looked like just a freakish play.
And you normally can see like when someone's gotten his bell rung and he gets up and goes back down, it looks very differently. So yeah, I mean, terrifying experience. I don't think I've ever seen like grown NFL men like with the shock and awe as if obviously something crazy had happened. I would imagine the more traumatic thing was like seeing CPR being. If you've ever watched that, like that's the thing that really worked at a hospital for a summer. Still carry it with me 20 years later, but like that's the shit that really fucking blows your mind. So yeah, hopefully he's all right. Sounds like he's at least trending in a greater than direction than he was last night.
Dr. Kramer? I thought it was Dr. Kimball.
I
didn't know that he was a. I've learned something new about this guy every day. How long have we been friends? Over a decade. I learned that you fucking worked at a hospital.
Was not a good-looking doctor. I was in the IT department. Maybe I should start sharing stories from that time because a lot of fucking happens at the hospital. That's one thing I learned. The other thing.
Oh yeah.
A horrible child pornography ring got busted. One of the executives. I was part of the case. Helped get the hard drive. So shout out to me.
I only have more questions.
Yeah, Ryan. Maybe we should just do a podcast about you as IT detective Kramer, Ryan Kramer. What is on your hard drive? He's about to find out. CSI, Scotch Plains, New Jersey.
Wow.
Hey,
Some of that.
Did Bill really die of a heart attack?
Hey, if you're in New Jersey or any of the many WynnBet states, head over to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WynnBet. Bet $100, get a $100 free bet. State restrictions apply. Spin that parlay wheel. Head over to the WynnBet online casino. Get that 100% deposit bonus. sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WYNNBET. sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WynnBet. Bet big. Win bigger. Patrick Fisher in the YouTube chat suggesting you release the Epstein log, Kramer.
Yeah. All right. I mean, that
is a disgusting act.
It's not in my wheelhouse, but I'll figure it out. I'm a figure it out kind of guy.
Dr. Kramer on the case.
All right, Sean wants to talk college basketball, so we will talk college basketball. Colby insisted. Colby really wanted to do a bowl review to go over all the great football that's been going on.
There was actually a lot of good games, considering how disgusting it was with 30 guys out.
Well, and I mean, it was great
Football's
action.
great,
I
dude.
went to the Rose Bowl, saw my first Rose Bowl live. That was awesome. And then
Hold on, how was the sunset?
it was actually cloudy. There was no sunset.
That's what's great. Everyone was looking at it this year because of that storyline.
Yeah.
And no fucking sunset.
No fucking sunset.
Absolutely hilarious.
Flyover was awesome though.
The Rose Bowl doesn't have an agreement with God about the weather.
Tulane with an amazing victory, and then the college football playoffs were great games. Amazing offenses, indoor environment. The committee selects the best teams. It's everything you want out of football.
Love that I jinxed Harbaugh.
This guy's being funny.
I was like, I thought it was great football.
Well,
They were exciting.
I mean, I told you guys what was going to happen. You know what I mean?
It also like in the version of football that we play in 2022, we're just not going to have 9-3 games that matter. Like the 9-3 games are for games that don't matter.
I like it.
As do I, but the top of the game won't be.
I'm a football whore. I like the college football playoffs, and I also like that AFC North Ravens Steelers
Army
game.
Navy game. But no, I mean TCU's defense scored a lot of points.
Yeah.
So if you're a defensive fan, you can count a little bit.
It did, even though I picked Michigan. I was having a nice chuckle watching Harbaugh get his ass beat.
All right, let's get to the college basketball picks.
All right, let's head. Speaking of the college football playoff teams,
Joe Neuenfeld already with an early cash. 5 minutes for the first Colby. Told you so. Colby, you did have Ohio State on the money line, like me.
Oh, but that should have hit too. They were the better team. I mean, Georgia was up for 30 seconds the whole fucking game.
Yeah.
Can someone who works for us make a college basketball episode bingo card so we can start giving out a prize? And Joe, bring it on, motherfucker. No one else was calling TCU money line.
You did hit TCU money line. You should have gave that out as your job.
My diagnosis was perfect of what that game was going to do. I said they're going to bottle up the run, and they're going to make McCarthy throw, and they're going to pick him off because he's not that accurate. Boom!
I did remember.
Colby even predicted they're going to have a deep bomb. He's going to be in the end zone for a touchdown. They're going to overturn it, call it a 1 yard fullback dive. They're going to fumble it in the end zone. zone. I remember all that.
All of it. All of it.
I did watch the game thinking, boy, Colby really nailed this one. All right, let's talk college basketball. We're going to start with a football school though. Athens, Georgia, where Auburn laying 6.5 on the road Wednesday, 3:30 p.m. on the West Coast.
Dog.
What? How did this one make the card?
Whoa, you know how it made the card is Mike Snow White leaves Florida, goes to Georgia, which is crazy. You shouldn't. Yeah. I mean, those are rivals. And then look what's happening with the Bulldogs. 8-0 at home, 10-3 overall. Are they a basketball school now?
I want to take Georgia. No. I like conference home dogs. I like riding with this Georgia team. I'm just worried because every time I pick against Auburn, they fuck me. Every time I take Auburn, they leave me, limp here. I don't know what to do with this Auburn team. What are you doing, Colby? I assume you like the home dog. Georgia is 8-0.
I do
at home.
Look, last year's team they only lost by 2, and they were terrible. This team's better, and then Auburn's
Is Auburn
worse.
even good?
They can't shoot.
And Auburn's free throw percentage, it seemingly hasn't hurt them in every game I've picked against them. But they're 67% of the line. How can you make them a 6.5 point road favorite in a conference game when you're shooting 67% from the line?
Yeah, and they're
Georgia hits their free throws. To me, it's Georgia easily. But again, I keep getting boned by this Auburn team.
Auburn is 331st in the nation at shooting threes.
They also don't take care of the ball. They're the kind of team that you pick against on the road because they do the things that they don't do the things you need to do. They don't take care of the ball. They don't shoot the 3 ball. They don't shoot the free throw. Honestly, yeah. My only concern is that he's going to an area like this is Bruce Pearl. This is like a used car salesman convention down there, right? Like Georgia, obviously slinging the bag around. A little worried, maybe he'll be in his element, but yeah. I'm with Sean. I know I'm going to get this wrong picking Georgia here. I just know what.
Let's all take Georgia. I know I'm going to be wrong.
Well, here's
like a good Benedict Dant. We're giving ourselves an out.
Benedict Dant hit a big one tonight.
I've not gotten Bruce Pearl right this year, picking against and for him.
It's been tough.
It's now the first Discord pick, which means we're all getting this shit wrong. 4 p.m. Fucking Discord, man. They're really downers. 4 p.m. on the West Coast, heading to Raleigh, North Carolina. Little Duke, NC State. That NC State announcer, I'm guessing he won't be calling this game, being relieved of his duties.
Well, it was great because if you didn't hear the audio, he's like, "Hey, we're down here in El Paso calling a beautiful game, hanging out with all these illegal immigrants, like
aliens. No, illegal aliens. I don't think he meant. It was almost like Grandpa wasn't meaning to be offensive. That's just what they called him.
I guess it just felt
he
like
is from North Carolina, which goes against him probably.
It just felt so apropos of nothing. Like he just went at.
That's what I mean. He was just like, that's what they called them, illegal aliens. Like Duke laying 3.5 in NC State. Yeah, I mean a little bit. Grandpa got fired from his job because he didn't know
are they gonna? Is NC State dedicating the game to him? It's a little tragic magic for NC State.
Self-inflicted. Gotta take
wouldn't
Duke
be the
here.
first time NC State shot themselves.
Yeah, I mean, look, Duke's what they're winless on the road so far in the Shire era. 0-1 lost at Wake. There's no way they lose both, right? And when you consider the fact NC State hasn't beaten Duke in Raleigh in 5 years.
Coach K might have been a good coach.
He was. I would say his record might just say that.
I mean, just because he handpicked this guy, why do we think he handpicked a guy to like? Would Coach K really want his successor to succeed?
No, 100%.
Helps add into his legacy.
He wants the guy to fail, so he picked this fucking bonehead named Shire.
I'm all over Duke.
Should be teaching magic spells.
NC State's been better than what we thought they would be, but this is Duke's statement game here.
Colby's laying these games down, so I can only pick them one way.
I'm all over NC State here. Colby,
he's like a DJ throwing down the right tune at the right time. I'm taking this home dog.
Duke can hit their free throws, but NC State at home play competent defense, 52nd in offense. This is a massive get up spot for NC State. This could be their Super Bowl.
Yeah, Duke hasn't won on the road.
NC State doesn't win Super Bowls. They don't win bowl games in general. You just saw them lose to Maryland. All right,
that was pretty bad.
Duke all day.
Okay, Duke hasn't won a road game. Great take. All right, another great home team here. Duquesne having a shout out to man in the box. T-shirts at the SGPN store, alma mater of Mr. CJ Sullivan. Duquesne laying at 1.5 in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. 4 p.m. on the West Coast, 7 p.m. local time. Taking on VCU. I mean,
red hot VCU. They get Ace Baldwin back. They win 5 games in a row. Now they are 0-2 on the road, but once again, that was without Baldwin, I believe, if memory serves me correct on that. But
how can you go against Duquesne here at home? Love offensive rebounding percentage, 17th in the nation, 3-point percentage, 56 in the nation.
Here's why you do it, because they're 261st in defense.
all
right,
Colby.
And also VCU 33rd in defense. They're gonna lock down that little cha-cha-cha offense that you like.
I don't know if that's going to travel. I like Duquesne. The lit factor is going to be through the roof. You're wrong, Colby. The Dukes.
Is Duquesne lit?
No.
Where's Duquesne?
Pittsburgh,
located?
Cooper Fieldhouse.
You're saying there's not real
these Pennsylvania
real
people,
sports fans in
Pennsylvania breathing all the human beings air.
These are the private school Pittsburgh guys.
Nah, come on.
Right?
Yeah.
You know.
Let's go with the Rams.
See, I mean, we know CJ Sullivan. Those private.
Does he look like a guy who's going to go to some college basketball games? Of course.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of CJs hanging out,
a few Jaeger bombs deep,
hanging out in row homes, shotgunning natty lights before the game. Didn't see a lot of shotgunning in the. Didn't see any Utes fans shotgunning. Only Penn State.
Well, standard.
Is VCU size going to be a problem for Duquesne?
Yes.
Colby.
Yeah, their athleticism is going to be the deciding factor.
And this line kind of give me VCU. Yeah. It's a this is an off the bus problem game. 4 p.m. on the east or on the West Coast. We're heading to Ann Arbor for Michigan versus Penn State. Michigan laying 3. Penn State, scrappy team.
Don't let the lines get hot.
Oh.
As Stone Lebanowitz once told us, don't let the dogs get hot.
What is a Nittany line?
It's a line.
Okay.
It's at the Chrysler Arena, guys. You ever driven a Chrysler?
Yeah. My buddy Robbie had a Chrysler.
Yeah, how'd that treat you?
What does Robbie do? Drop off bags of money for people?
No, it was a Plymouth. It was the Plymouth.
Even better, he's picking up payments. That's the only. I mean, he's doing something.
Bag dropping.
He's doing something that's going to cause him to get pulled over when the taillight goes out. Big trunk, massive trunk.
This is a look ahead spot. They got Michigan State on deck.
Yeah.
This is a great spot for Penn State. They're red hot, hitting the threes, 18th in the country in 3-point percentage. To your point, Colby, look at the spot for Michigan. Michigan's defense against the 3, 98th in the country. I like our chances. Second in the nation in not turning it over. Turnover percentage, first in the nation. Not great at offensive rebounding. That's the only thing I'm worried about. But also a massive. We're talking. What is this? 9.8 difference in free throw percentage. Penn State, and this could be a dog play.
Oh yeah, give me Penn State. Let's go.
Do they have what it takes to go on the road and do this?
I mean,
even in a look
they're
at
1-1 on the road, so they've won once on the road.
Yes.
Clemson
double overtime.
I mean, Michigan, they lost to Central Michigan last week.
Yeah, the look at the situational spot is really good, but I also think Penn State might not be the right team to do it to Michigan.
I think Michigan's missing Llewellyn, the point guard. I think that was surprising the way they played against Maryland, but we'll see. I think they might get tested here a little bit.
Yeah, give me Michigan. Sean said we the same way he does about the Eagles about a basketball team. Just doesn't ring the same way. I know you played tight end. I don't think you ever strapped it
but
on.
he was at Quiznos. They were sponsored by the Penn State basketball program.
Sandwich artist himself. Yeah. One day Sean can tell those stories. Texas A&M heads to Gainesville, Florida. 4 p.m. on the West Coast. Florida laying 6. Buzz. What? Give me the. Should Buzz have left Virginia? Money aside, should Buzz have left Virginia Tech?
I mean,
isn't this been a lateral move for him?
Yeah, I mean, he's probably not going to make the NCAA tournament unless they get some wins.
He's taking a step back.
It's a gigantic game for him because they're 8-5. If you go to 8-6, you got to worry you're probably not going to make the tournament this year. You lost to Wofford 2 weeks ago.
Mike Young's former stomping ground.
Yeah. But at the same time, Florida's been a little bit of a disappointment too, and so you have two disappointing teams. I think Buzz year 3, Florida's got Todd Golden year 1. I think Buzz can cover it, maybe even win it outright.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the advanced metrics. Texas A&M, they really struggle against the 3-ball. They're actually pretty good against the 2-point shot, 52nd in defense, 2-point percentage. 285th in 3-point percentage, but on the flip side, Florida's offense, they're only 141st in the nation, 34.1% shooting it. So I don't know if they're going to be able to take advantage. I think Texas A&M, they can get some offensive rebounds. To your point, Colby, I think they're kind of the more desperate team,
and they're the more experienced. I mean, I guess you could say Florida's got some experience, but a lot of transfers and stuff.
The best win Florida has was Florida State, when Florida State was like at the peak of them being shitty. Meanwhile, I mean, this is comical actually. The Texas A&M, what's their best win? SMU?
No, it's probably
DePaul.
I don't know. It's
Loyola Chicago. Maybe. This is a step. Virginia Tech has a better basketball program than Texas A&M right now.
Definitely,
so massive step.
Yeah.
And thanks to Buzz for helping build it. But they stink. Their past 2 wins are get-right wins against Northwestern State and
who almost got them. Northwestern State was up at halftime.
Prairie View A&M.
Yeah.
I don't know how you can take anyone but the home team in this matchup.
Ooh.
Kramer's just not giving Discord anything to chew on.
No.
All right.
I love Buzz Williams. I love his motivation. But
I will never forget when we were at Texas A&M. Ryan's like, "Hold on, I gotta get a photo." And then he goes out of his way and takes a photo of the Buzz Williams mural and doesn't post on social media anywhere.
Yeah.
I guess just imagine.
Well, Sean,
maybe
how
it's his lock screen. No need for wife and kids. Just a photo of Buzz, Texas A&M, like the old flame.
I had planned to put that on. So look, I discovered Buzz because he was coaching my Hokies. I then learned that what a masterful motivator he is, and I worry that he
certainly motivated you.
Well, I just don't think he's. I wonder if he's going to be an NIL guy because that's what Texas A&M needs. And Buzz isn't a guy who is going to take all 5 stars and make them great. Buzz was a guy that could take a bunch of 3 and 4 stars and get them to work hard.
Like Shaka, you're saying.
A lot of parallels. I mean, funny that Shaka's at Marquette
and
where
rolling right now. Yeah.
Where Buzz Williams was before. And by the way, like Marquette spends a shitload of dough on basketball, so good for Shaka. Anyway, love Buzz. His team sucks this year. Iowa State heads to Norman, Oklahoma, where the Sooners are laying 3.5 here. Another 4 p.m. tip on the West Coast. Colby.
This is a trickier one because you got Iowa State coming off the big win in Ames against Baylor. Oklahoma lost a heartbreaker to Texas, their rivals, and both teams great defensive teams. I just kind of see this as a rock fight.
You like a rock?
I mean, Iowa State 8th in the nation on defense. Their offenses are similar as far as like points per game.
I mean, I think they both played pretty good defense, but I think the fact that Oklahoma is 6th in the nation in effective field goal percentage, I think that, and that they're at home, I think that's all I need. Like I think, defense travels to a point, but if it's your home gym, you both play good defense, you're only laying 3.5 and you have the better offense. I'm taking Oklahoma minus 3.5 all day here.
Is it a bounce back spot for Oklahoma? Or is this a sleepy?
Potentially, but I mean, Moser hasn't really gotten Oklahoma like winning big games consistently. I'm going to take State in the points. I think this is going to be like a 1-possession game.
Again, it's early conference play, so I would like to lean home team most of the time. I got it. I'll take Oklahoma. I like Colby's angle because I do think Moser isn't quite Buzz Williams when it comes to coaching acumen, but he does. I mean, you were nice to him to say he's not really won a ton of big games at all.
Well, though, I mean, the Big 12's so good. It's so good.
Still,
I also like what Moneyline Mac in the YouTube chat, co-host of the College Basketball Experience, He's pointing out Sooners need it. Can't drop back-to-back home games. Great point there. And also Moneyline Mac, feel free to chime in and call out any Benedictine by one Colby Daniel.
Well, AK
Ryan McIntyre is a true patriot. I know
he's
this guy.
Benedictine before. I've done the show with him.
This guy's Sam
All right.
Adams. He's only bleeds one color, red, white, and blue. Unlike someone here. We need to get Colby a red coat that he can put on.
Moneyline Mac is about to get a new nickname, the Auditor.
Oh, I like that. I actually I think I saw that movie with Ben Affleck.
Oh yeah,
Is that
great?
Oh, okay, yeah, right.
yeah.
I feel like that
Auditor?
It's right. Yeah, totally.
It's great in that it's really horrible. It's just like it's some like lazy ass like hitman movie put together. It's
great in that it you don't have to. It's not like you're watching one of those Christopher Nolan movies. You really got to pay attention. You can just watch Ben Affleck be a dude who kills people. Drake heads to Southern Illinois. Saluki time, laying a point for the Salukis here. 5 p.m. now on the West Coast. I really unclear how this game. What are we doing?
I mean,
why are we?
Both teams 11-4. Southern Illinois won at Oklahoma State earlier this year.
Real quick, the people in the YouTube chat are pointing out it's the accountant.
Oh, okay,
and
sorry.
not the auditor.
I was wondering. I was like, what the hell? Is the
Critics
auditor?
score it 52% on Rotten Tomatoes, but audience 76. So,
but what he was maybe he was an accountant by trade, but what he was being hired to do was forensically audit these places to find missing money. Like the kind of people that are looking for people who stole money from them. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
So he was auditing. We're both right.
The NFL could have used him for Dan Snyder, huh?
I mean, listen, if you've gotten yourself into a career of accounting or auditing,
Colby,
apologies to you. You're not killing people like Ben.
Real quick, have you weighed in yet on the new mascot for the Washington Commanders?
I don't. Who are the Commanders?
What is that?
I actually like it. I'll be honest.
Oh my God! Stop it! Stop it! You like it as an Eagle fan. I get it.
No, but it's a fun pig with a military helmet. I think it's kind of fun.
What's that game?
Dude,
Major
it's like,
Tony.
it's like a fucking Jolly Ranchers commercial.
What's the game where you?
Yeah, that's a mascot.
What's the game where you slingshot the birds?
Angry Birds.
Angry Birds.
Yeah.
It's like the fucking.
Yeah, it's like Peppa the Pig.
What's my guy's name for the Philadelphia Stars?
Oh, no, don't go down this rabbit hole.
He's way better than. He's way better. What's the Philadelphia Stars?
Oh,
remember
Sean should know he vacationed.
Fucking
with
Blob.
Blob is way better.
No, come
way
on, dude.
better.
Come
Not
on.
even close.
Kramer, turn his mic off. So we could be held accountable.
You gotta be kidding me.
Gotta
you
watch
gotta
out.
be kidding me
Hold
with
on.
this take
Dude,
read.
Colby, relax.
Blob looks like he just got out of a soup.
Fantastic.
He looks like he walked out of a soup kitchen with that T-shirt. He's like, I just need a warm meal and a place to
And
stay.
pull up the stupid pig.
Colby.
What's his name again? What's his name?
Colby,
Major
relax.
Tuddy.
Yeah, is Major Tuddy the name? What the fuck is
He's
that?
got a military helmet on.
Absolutely ridiculous.
Guys served this country.
Major Tuddy.
What has Blob done? Blob was burning
Blob
his draft card, heading up to Canada.
Blob was on the beach with you, man. Blob is way cooler.
Fucking coward.
Major
Blob.
Tuddy is what Ron Rivera calls his dick. and also
That is a
relax.
disgusting
Major
act.
Tuddy is so much.
Relax.
better.
You're crazy. You're
Guys,
crazy for that take.
Ben Affleck could be listening.
All right.
We could catch a bullet through the side window here.
The analysis on this game, though, is
Which,
you know,
by the way, we made Drake Southern Illinois. Very exciting breakdown there. That was good work, guys. Only on this show.
Stone
Every other
Lebanowitz's
show,
alma
it's a
mater?
horribly boring handicap. But this show, exciting.
This is a good game. This is a really good game.
I don't like Southern Illinois offense. Talk me into it, Colby.
Their defense is where they win on the side of
Yeah.
the ball, 41st in the country. But how about the fact that the stadium gets pretty lit?
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Drake.
So cross that
Southern-
off the bingo card.
How do you pronounce this city?
It's Carbondale.
Okay.
It's rocking. Give me the Saluki. Stone Lebanowitz represent.
I'm just worried their offense isn't going to be able to.
The youngest daughter's favorite movie is Frozen, which takes place in a place called Irwindale, which is similar to Carbondale. Do they have a lot of ice there and magical spells? Let's ask Stone next time we have him on.
Drake 0-4 on the road, but I think they're due, man. I don't know. I just can't trust the Southern Illinois offense. 227th in the nation. I think that's just not good enough. Not going to get it done against a solid Drake team. Give me Drake in the point.
What are you doing there, real money?
There's times to disagree with Colby, and there's times to say, "Great call, Colby." This is one of those times. And also, we talk to Stone on the regular. I don't want him hearing about me taking a school full of private school pussies and Drake over our Salukis.
Well, I like the Salukis on the money line, but then I also like Drake plus one.
We need a Saluki. What? We need a Saluki in the studio.
Oh, those helmets are fire in football.
We need the actual dog. We're a dog friendly office, Colby. You know that. Fayetteville, Arkansas plays host to Missouri and Arkansas. The Razorbacks and the Must Bus are laying 7.5 here. 5:30 tip on the West Coast.
I love this spot.
I'm gonna lose. I'm either gonna win a lot of money or lose a lot of money betting on Arkansas.
I'm all over Arkansas. They just lost on LSU. That was my dog.
Yeah, you did call that.
This is the bounce back spot.
It is an awesome bounce back spot.
And then Missouri's coming off the Kentucky win.
Yeah,
are you kidding me? This is a perfect spot.
No, as a guy who's a situational gut handicapper, you're fading a team coming off a massive win and then backing a team coming off a kind of an ugly loss. So what's not to like about Arkansas?
At Bud Walton Arena? Come on.
Well, Sean, you and I nailed the handicap on the Missouri Kentucky game. I'm seeing Colby was on Kentucky, so we've been playing chess with this one for a couple days now. I'm obviously with you. Love the convergence of situational spots here. And actually, what I was saying was not for tomorrow. Or for today, if you're listening on Wednesday, I was talking about come tournament time. I fucking love I love Buzz Williams and all, but Arkansas's coach
Eric Musselman,
the Must Bus is just fucking sexy.
Son of Bill Musselman.
And when they're doing their thing, they're just so easy to bet on, and even laying points, not worried about it. Arkansas, this team's going. Like I said, I'm either winning or losing a lot of money on Arkansas come March. Scratching my neck like a true crackhead. Sean, anything else to add?
No, I mean, to me, it doesn't get much farther than the situational spot. I mean, Missouri's offense is really good. They're just, like you said, coming off that big win. And then this is just a tough letdown spot on the road against an Arkansas team that's going to be fired up for this game.
Missouri's road game was in St. Louis. That was a neutral site game against Illinois. This place will be bonkers. This place is their first place. This place,
we need to get Colby a word of the day calendar, but all it is just different words instead of lit.
Scattered teeth throughout the fucking building.
It's
It's gonna be bananas.
It's lit bingo. That's what it is. Right? Different. It's especially funny if you're watching on YouTube to see his face as he catches himself and tries to avoid saying lit.
Bonkers.
We need someone send Colby a list of things he can say that's not lit. Just to watch him say those other things. All right. UConn, Providence, love this matchup. Got to imagine we might have a cousin Mush in the building for this one. We'll see. It is midweek, 5:30 on the West Coast. I mean, again, you put this here for me to take Providence. So tell me why we're taking Providence, Colby.
Because Ed Cooley's lost one Big East game in like fucking 40 games.
But my concern is that this is just a blind take Ed Cooley as a home.
Well,
dog.
no, honestly, like Providence, if there's a coach that masters the transfer portal, they lost almost everybody. I think Jared Bynum and just a few others returned, but man, have they looked good, going out in the portal, getting some key players. And UConn, they won at Butler, but that game was a little closer than that score indicates. And then they went to Xavier, lost. I think it's different when you hit the road. This place will be rocking.
Yeah.
So I'm with you. Providence.
Sorry, this place will be rocking.
Well, the donut, man, the dunk.
And Moneyline Mac pointing out that he says bonkers, so perhaps he's bleeding. Wow. So if Moneyline, if you could start bleeding other non-lit words into Colby's brain, that'd be amazing.
Are we worried about UConn?
This place will be a zoo, Sean.
Whoa. Have I ever told the story about the time monkeys threw shit at me at the zoo? We'll save that for another time.
Are we worried that UConn is coming off a loss against Xavier and that they're going to destroy Providence?
No, because it's a back-to-back road spot. It's beginning of conference. They look. I think the road stuff in conference play matters, and I think this.
It's a big number too.
What don't you love about not laying the points with UConn on the road here, taking the points with Ed Cooley?
No, I know. I'm just trying to be somewhat open-minded about the chance that,
Will
that
UConn
Providence might not cover this.
Well, you need to be
game.
open-minded with Blob. Save that open-mindedness for Blob. All right.
I fucking hate that.
will
piece of shit.
will UConn be a 1 seed? No.
I'm gonna say 2.
I'll say no.
I'm gonna say 2 seed. Yeah.
Yeah, they have some losses in them. They have a couple bad losses in them too, I think.
So we're all on.
Yep. The Discord has a lot of, not a lot, but a couple nice picks here.
So the
good luck,
Discord is
losers.
UConn -5, Missouri +7.5,
Nice.
and Auburn
Auburn.
-6.5 so far.
That's a nice parlay. All right, next up, 6 p.m. on the West Coast, TCU and Baylor, Waco, Texas. Baylor -5.5. Colby wanted a picture of a Baylor guy on the YouTube card. I'd imagine that's because he's picking Baylor.
No.
You benedicted the fucking creative
The game is at Baylor, so I use that logic. This is at the Farrell Center, where this place will be absolutely on fire.
I already mislit, Sean. I gotta be honest.
We shouldn't have pointed out because I like lit. I mean, bonkers is cool. Zoo and rocking are
What
kinda
did
like,
Glanville say? Like, this is a can of Vicks or something? I gotta say.
I heard some
I gotta
guy
say it like that.
I heard a guy. We're walking out of a store and it's very slippery outside. I'm up in Tahoe. It's snowing, and I hear a guy go, "Slipperier than a brass doorknob covered with snot."
All
right.
Love it.
Lit.
Love it. No, dude, TCU, when everyone's gotten healthy, they had their struggles in the first week of the season, barely beating some bad teams. They've won 10 in a row, including a trip to Salt Lake City against a good Utah squad. Baylor, meanwhile, they've kind of showing some signs, and LJ Cryer's a game time decision. I think that's something to monitor as well. But give me TCU in the points. Baylor still might get the dub, but I think it's a game.
5.5. Good number. I would imagine this number will shrink by the time, if you're listening to this in the morning on Wednesday. I'm with Colby. I think you take the points. And I Jamie Dixon was a guy that we used to talk a lot of shit on. But since we are bigger men,
I like Jamie Dixon.
We used to have some not nice things to say about him.
They were losing games. That goes with the territory.
Back in his greasy Pitt days.
No, I liked him at Pitt. I liked him at Pitt.
I think we're men enough to say that we've turned the corner on, or at least I've turned the corner on Jamie Dixon. He's a good coach. Looks good on the sideline.
What's TCU's against the spread record on the road? Have they played any road games?
TCU.
They beat Utah in Salt Lake City.
Semi away game.
Yeah.
But
That was. I mean, come on.
I do like how Ken
game.
Palm identifies semi away differently than neutral.
No one from Waco. Look, Utah's located in Salt Lake City. They just played it on a different fucking court in Salt Lake City.
I don't know. I'm kind of leaning.
No, you take the points. It's going to be a tight game.
No, I'm going Baylor. Baylor's own TCU. 14-5 against TCU last 19. ATS 5-0 straight up at home. They get the win. They get the cover. They hit a free throw. This will be great for the
bold prediction.
No, to get the spread.
Got it. Oh,
Let me do it to camera. Baylor gets the win and the cover with a couple last second free throws to win 73-67.
We need some cool crystal ball.
I'll see
effect.
you at the winners.
I need some cool
we'll see if it works for non-service academy teams, but I'm on Baylor here.
What do you think, Colby? Sean as a genie? I'm thinking Shazam or whatever that Shaq movie was, but it's Sean instead of Shaq.
Yeah, I could see that.
I think it plays. Sean's probably a better actor. Wake Forest heads to Chapel. I mean, I guess you could take that as a compliment or a backhanded compliment. Either way, it's a nice thing to say.
No, I appreciate it.
Wake Forest heading. I mean, Shaq's a big celebrity.
He played a crossing guard in my failed pilot.
Yeah.
Sean can nail
You're
that.
welcome.
I
rode my bike to Colby's movie.
Any sort of authoritative figure, Sean can nail that. Give him a badge. He's got that.
He rode his bike for 2 hours. I should add too. All right, that was dedication. All right. I saw the Rudiger in you then, man.
Station wagon.
You know
having
what I mean?
problems. Or is this is the Jetta.
This is during the DUI phase.
You could. I mean, nowadays you can't even ride a bike. Wake Forest heads to Chapel Hill, North Carolina, to take on the Tar Heels. Wake catching 10.5 points in this spot. A little North Carolina battle. I mean, Colby obviously put this here to take the points with Wake.
I mean, you have to. Have you seen North Carolina play defense this year? 221st in the nation.
I mean, again. So at what point is it not? At what point is it okay to say Hubert Davis might not be a good coach?
I mean, well, he got to the Final Four, but I mean, so we can give him a couple years.
But what happened that season?
They got to the national championship.
Yeah,
they
absolutely,
lost,
but they got hot at the end of the season.
Yeah.
How many games would you say that they were one of the best teams in the country last year? A third of the season?
True.
Not even. So
they don't even turn. They don't turn people over. Just adjust. They don't get those extra possessions.
They had some locker room issues too. I think after the last game,
they're not
arguing.
They're not shooting the 3 ball well. He did end Coach K's career, so I think he's got
like
some
a
30-year
room.
No, that matters, I guess.
Dude, if you went to UNC, he's like Nick Foles. He's never buying a beer in the town again.
He not only ended his career, but he also won the last one in Cameron, where you remember they were going to do his retirement afterwards.
Yeah, it was the double dagger.
Awkward.
Gave him his fucking rocking chair. He's not retired.
Yeah, well, I'm on Wake though. I think Wake covers this, and they might even win this thing. I think this is a game. This is going to be a game because they can't play defense, and Wake is pretty good on offense.
UNC can't hit threes right now.
Does UNC strike you as a well-coached team when you watch them?
No.
Yeah. What if we're heading to a place where Duke and North Carolina just don't matter in college basketball?
And Pitt's the best team in the ACC?
I mean, that you're getting a little crazy.
They beat Virginia tonight.
I understand.
They're in first place.
The ACC crazy coastal shit's heading to basketball land. All right, so another Discord pick for the losers. Lay the points. The Tar Heels. Good luck with that, guys. 6 p.m. on the West Coast. Looks like we're getting a potentially very lit Castle Coliseum if the students have returned to campus, because 9 p.m. local time for Clemson, Virginia Tech. Not a football game, a basketball game. Virginia Tech laying 6. Why are we talking about the Hokies? They've let me down. They've lost a couple games.
Yeah, lost 2 in a row, and that's why
back-to-back
away
games.
Love this spot, and you also got to love the spot. Clemson's always been a different team under Brownell when they hit the road. I love Virginia Tech in the spot.
Massive.
It opened at 6.5 too. It's came down a little bit.
I mean, Virginia Tech has lost 3 away games. They've played 3 away games. This is a home game.
I'm all over Virginia Tech.
And
lay the 6.
And for someone who went there, Castle has not been improved upon since I was there 20 years ago. It's a very small venue, so I would imagine it is exceptionally lit. Again, if the students are back on campus for this, it is only a couple of days after New Year's. Certainly still on break. Football team sucks now, so they don't.
You're a little nervous. It sounds like, huh?
Oh, they lost 2 in a row. I was riding high, and I lock them up, and this is what I get. Can't have anything nice.
Clemson, it's tough to make a case for Clemson. Offensive rebounding percentage, 307th in the nation.
No,
if you're playing as a dog, you need to get some extra possessions. You need to hit your free throws. They do have a nice 5-point percentage edge in the free throw advantage, but Virginia Tech plays good defense, and they're a different team at home right now. So, unfortunately, I think I'm with you guys. Give me Virginia Tech -6.
Mike Young needed those losses so he could coach them the way he needed to coach them. They're going to slaughter this team.
I agree.
This is going to be a statement game.
So for those keeping track at home, the Discord has Clemson +6, UNC -10.5, UConn -5, Missouri, yes, +7.5, Auburn -6.5.
Sons of
also,
bitches.
yeah. Did you say North Carolina? Did you say? Okay, I missed that. Okay.
And Joe Neuenfeld checking in on the YouTube chat. When are you guys coming back to Vegas? Going to be doing live shows there for the NFL playoffs. Both on Wednesdays. So Wednesday, January 11th, Wednesday, January 18th, we'll be doing live shows from the WynnBet studio, getting hyped for the playoffs.
And now that we have the Giants clinching a playoff spot, I think we're going to have a special guest that week.
Oh, look out. Stay tuned.
Former Giant
Lawrence
player.
Taylor?
Potentially. Fucking what a time to be alive.
Dave Meggett's out of prison. You guys gonna get him on the show?
Oh, what a time to be alive.
I mean, Dave Meggett. Look at that Meggett run. Time for the lock, dog, and bonus lock. Brought to you by sportsgamblingpockets.com/WynnBet. Bet big, win bigger. Kramer?
I can't happen. I need to get the juju off of this one. VT, Hokies, lock.
Wow.
It used to always piss people off from Blacksburg when ESPN for a long time would write VTech. No one called him VTech. Fucking ESPN. Second lock, Arkansas must bust. I'm sitting right up in the front, not sitting on the wheels to get that extra elevation on the bumps. I'm sitting right next to Coach because he is sexy as fuck right now. Dog, come on, Ed Cooley, baby. Obviously, although I hovered over NC State on this one. Providence money line is just a much better angle for the show, and it's a bigger price. I'm 100% taking some of my NFL profits from this past weekend, reinvesting a little. The money line parlays are going to be fun this week.
All right, for me, give me Oklahoma -3.5. Give me my other lock, Penn State +3, and then for my dog, give me. Oh man, I do also want to take Providence.
Yeah, we can co.
You know what? I'm going to take Wake. Fuck it, big dog. Get the big dog, or go home. Give me Wake on the money line. Colby,
locking up Arkansas -7.5.
Great lock, Colby.
There we go. Money line play. Oh no, bonus lock. Man, you're stealing my locks here, man.
Do it.
Virginia Tech -6. Let's go.
Oh, we just just watched Avatar with the kids. We just plugged our
plugged in.
It too, man.
We plugged our cords in together just
what
now.
Is it with them?
Take Providence.
They bite every Costner movie. The first one was Dances with Wolves.
Oh,
they
Waterworld?
stole. This one's Waterworld.
Oh,
what's the next one? What's the next one? They're gonna mimic Field of
This
Dreams.
is the hottest take. Make sure our tails are really in sync and just take Ed Cooley money line.
Let's go dog wise. Let's go, man. You picking on my picks, man. Let's
Because
go.
I'm a fucking sharp.
What other dogs did I take there?
Georgia is a literal dog.
Let's ride the bull. Let's ride the Bulldogs. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go, Georgia on the money line.
Yeah.
Georgia on the money line.
I like that one. Can we round robin that?
Oh yeah. All right. I'm down. Georgia, Wake, Providence.
Yeah, it's a fuck the Discord round robin money line parlay.
All right. That sounds pretty good.
I mean, I love the Discord, but for this moment, fuck the Discord.
And join the Discord, sportsgamblingpodcast.com/Discord. Toss us a nice rating and review.
Costner movie based, preferably.
Yeah.
Oh,
With your favorite Kevin Costner movie. It will if you get a good review in. Always eligible for some. I'm always lurking in the reviews, giving out free gift cards left and right. So make sure you Sports Gambling Podcast, Apple Podcasts, leave a nice rating and review. That's how we keep the lights on.
Big fan of Robin Hood without the English accent. Always enjoyed that.
Tin Cup.
You know, Tin Cup's a good one.
Solid sports movie.
Very good.
The Postman.
Oh, Tom Petty is in that movie, huh?
Wow.
Who knew he could act? Who knew he could make hits and act at the same time?
The Postman is the exact version of the country I think I'd like to live in. Wild fucking West.
That's gonna be the next Avatar.
Well, I mean,
that's it though. That's it.
Here's
they
the
did
way,
Waterworld.
yeah.
They did Dance with Wolves. It's gonna be Postman.
Here's my take. No, they're gonna go to space like Alien. My take on it is
Costner's not in Alien.
My take is I need to give myself an advantage. So take away all the computers at this point. Let's go. I'll ride a horse around and deliver the fucking mail.
All right.
We're still talking about Costner over here, Sean.
Stay tuned.
Sean was hitting the blackjack tables.
I completely.
He was
tuned out.
Google imaging Costner. He got lost in his eyes.
Oh wow.
Thank you for participating in the Sports Gambling Podcast.
For the Sports Gambling Podcast, I'm Sean, second the money green, and he is Ryan.
Obviously, Field of Dreams.
Kramer. Let it ride.